We got a couple minutes before we get started, so we could do some house cleaning before we get started. This meeting is held online and in person, so if you do want to speak on any of the agenda items, please online, if you want to raise your hand, use the raise your hand feature. And if anybody in person wants to speak on the agenda, just let me know, but raise your hand so online can see. Let's try to keep the discussion and comments to 3 minutes if we could. We try to be respectful to the time, so if there's more discussion, please wait for the speaker to finish, and then we'll then be able to share your testimony. Other than that, I think we can get started. And correct me if I'm wrong, but since we have the meeting online and in person, everyone online must keep their cameras on. And also share if there's anyone else in the room present with you. So please keep your cameras on, especially while you're commissioners during the meeting. We'll go ahead and start. Today is March 17th. Time is 9:30. This is the Hawaii County Transportation Commission meeting. We'll go ahead and do roll call.
So, Chair Turlip,
Here.
Commissioner McBride,
Here.
Commissioner Cruz is absent, Commissioner Molina,
Here.
Commissioner Ahern,
Here.
Commissioner Matsubara.
Here. Great, we have quorum. We'll go ahead and get started. Statements from the public on agenda items. Interested persons who want to provide oral testimony or any agenda items may do so now or at the time of the specific agenda item. Public testimony will be limited to 3 minutes in length per agenda item. First, new business is we need to elect our officers for chair for 2026 and a new vice chair. So we'll open to discussion and any nominees for those positions.
Nominate you for chair.
Do I have to accept?
You decline, but somebody needs to say.
Yeah. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there anyone else want to, I'm happy to open the discussion to offer the chair to someone else. So if there's anybody interested in the chair, I would love to nominate any interested party willing to do it. No?
Yes, you're in.
Okay, so I accept. And yeah, all right. We need do we want to do the chair at the same time? I'm
No,
sorry,
we do separately.
separately. All right, could I get a vote? Yea or nay?
Rose.
That's a yay.
Yay.
Kelsey,
Yay.
John,
Yeah.
and Lloyd.
Yep.
All right, guess we have a new chair or same chair for 2026. Second item is to elect a vice chair. Open for discussion and any nominees that anyone want to suggest.
I nominate Lloyd Matsubara.
I second that. Any other nominees? Well, Lloyd, do you accept your
Yeah.
nomination? Perfect. We want to go ahead and move it to a vote. I'll start with Rose. Yay
Yay.
or nay?
Yay.
Mrs. Ahern,
Yay.
John,
Yay.
and myself, yay. Yay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are Vice Chair of the County of Hawaii Transportation Commission for 2026. All right, we need to approve our minutes from the last two or a few meetings from last year, June 24th, 2025. I'm going to open that to discussion. If there's no changes or revisions to it, we'll move to a vote. So I'll give it everyone a few minutes to review it. Any discussion on June 24th meeting? None? Fine. We'll move to a vote to approve the minutes from June 24th. Rose, could I get a yay or nay?
Yay.
Ms. Ahern,
Yay.
John, yay.
Yay.
Lloyd,
Yeah.
and myself, yay. Minutes for 2024 meeting approved. Move to January 12th meeting, our last meeting, 2026. Open to discuss or any changes or revisions for June 12th meeting. And also, if there's any public comment, we do have people from the public online and present. You can also choose to comment if you read the material. If none, we'll move to a vote. Rose, could we get a nay?
Yay.
Miss Ahern? I'm
Yay.
sorry, is it Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs.
Mrs. Ahern?
Yeah.
John?
Yay.
Lloyd?
Yeah.
Myself, yay. That's 5 yays. Minutes approved. All right, new business. Review taxi cab applications for new certificate of public conveyance and necessity to operate in Hawaii County. We have Brandon Hansen on behalf of BH Taxis looking to get an approval. We're going to open his application to any discussion. Mr. Hansen, are you online? Are you here?
I am.
Personally, okay.
It's not good.
He is here in person, so if you have any questions for him, we can do that at this time.
Hello, I'm Brandon Henson, behalf of PH Taxi. Want to get my taxi going, good back in business. Thank you.
Do we have any questions for him? None. We can move to a vote. If there's no questions, discussion closed, we'll move to a vote. Rose, yay or nay?
Yay.
Mrs. Ahern,
Yay.
John,
Yeah.
Lloyd,
Yeah.
and myself, yay. 5 yeses. Your taxi cab certificate has been approved. We're going to move to new business number 2, Elmore Vernon on behalf of Islander Taxi. We're going to open up his application to any discussion or questions. Are you online currently? He doesn't seem to be here or online, so if there's any issues with his application, it's open to discuss. If there's no discussion, we're gonna close it and move to a vote. Discussion closed. We'll move to a vote. Rose, yay or nay?
Yay.
Mrs. Ahern,
Yay.
John?
Yay.
Lloyd?
Yeah.
And myself, yay. That's 5 yays. His application's been approved. And I'm gonna apologize up front because I'm probably gonna pronounce your last name incorrectly. Chris Agsililo.
Totally.
On behalf of MCA, most likely Taxi, opening up his application for discussion. And he is, I believe, online.
Yes.
Okay. He is available for any questions. We can do that now. Any questions or discussion? If none, we'll move to a vote. Discussion is closed. We're moving to a vote. Rose, could we get a yay or nay?
Yay.
Mrs. Ahern,
Yay.
John,
Yay.
Lloyd,
Yeah.
myself, 5 yays. His application's been approved. Moving to agenda item number 2, discussion on shared ride taxi program. Mass Transit Agency is encouraging taxi companies to participate into the program. This program is open to all registered taxis and transportation network companies. And we'll open it up to discussion now. Can you share a little bit about it, just so I have some detail?
Yeah, so thank you, Chair. Good morning, Zach Burgum, Administrator for Mass Transit. So the way the share ride taxi programs, it's, we encourage taxi companies island-wide to participate in this program. Currently, we have 3 taxi cabs just here in Hilo that do participate in the program. It would be great if, the other companies within the west side of the island would also participate. So we do strongly encourage that. But yeah, I mean, definitely open to discussion if, if any taxi companies have been heard or said or are interested or maybe seeking additional information or simply would like a meeting maybe with us or me to discuss further on those processes as well. But we do budget for share ride taxi every year. So yeah, more participation is great for our community in general.
So what's the purpose of why was this initiated, the share ride?
So basically, the way this works is it'll get a customer to their first 4 miles for free in a taxi cab. After that, it's up to the customer or rider to then pay for the rest of their duration of their ride.
It's like a subsidy.
Yeah.
Correct.
Subsidy, it's subsidy.
Correct.
There's a certain dollar value.
So $15.80 is the first what we cover, right? The subsidy, just like you mentioned, equates to about 4 miles total.
I'm sorry, Miss, are you guys able to hear?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
So you folks are covering for the free part, the initial ride that they're giving for free.
So like I said, the first 4 miles is the subsidy, which we do cover
Okay.
for the rider, which would be free, correct?
Okay.
I have a question. So the share ride taxi, you said it's only 3 in Hilo that participate in this. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So what happens is, like if they're coming from the airport, the first 4 miles is free and then you guys subsidize that and then the rest, the customer would pay, right? Is that how it goes?
That
Okay.
is very, yeah.
That's it. And that's pretty good. I'm not sure why nobody participates in Kona, That'd be great
Yeah,
if they do.
It would be, and we do see a lot of participation with it, especially on the Hilo side, from like maybe even, for folks that need door to door, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah.
That taxi can go from door to door. You know, if a rider is going from a bus, right, a fixed route bus, sometimes it's hard for people to go from where that bus
Right.
stop is to the front door of their house. So the
Right.
shared ride taxi really does help out significantly, and we would love to see participation on the west side.
Yeah, it's. So you're trying to cover the rural areas, right? More of the rural areas. I mean, it's everybody, but
It would be
it would
great.
help for the rural areas. to
It
get
would
the-
be great.
Yeah.
The
What
first,
is that?
what if it's within the 4 miles?
Then it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
So say their trip is only 2 miles, then
Uh-huh.
it would be free, right? So like
Right.
maybe they live near KTA and they took the trip in Hilo from their house to KTA and it was less than 4 miles, it would be
Wow.
free for that rider. Yeah.
Do you
It's
have the
just what they-
names? Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you have the names of the
Yes.
3 taxis?
Yeah, so it's Daniels, Marisha, and Quickie Taxi. That's the
That's
3 taxi companies.
Daniels, what is the other 2?
Marisha and
Marisha
Quickie. Yeah.
And Quickie Taxi.
And this is island-wide. Any use of it,
It is island wide, but those 3 taxi companies service Hilo.
do they have to
Besides.
certify themselves to be able to participate in it, or it's just any,
They
Taxi.
sign up with our agency.
okay.
Yeah.
But nothing special they need to do other than to sign up.
Nope, just be interested and sign up with our agency.
Interesting.
And this is to qualify anybody on the island. Anybody. This is no matter what,
Any rider you?
any rider,
Yes, any, yeah.
whether in-state or out-of-state, even coming from the mainland, they can jump on a taxi. 4 miles is good.
Well, typically, I think it's what,
Um,
within they live in, within,
You know, if you go to mainland
Yeah.
and gets there, it says, hey, I need a taxi, jumps in 4 miles
they
straight.
would need to, apply for the shared ride, taxi program.
so-
Oh,
we do ask for their driver, a copy of their driver's license as well, when they do apply and get into the program.
So these people have to apply for this.
That's correct.
Okay, yeah.
It can't be like you're on the side of the road and it's anybody on the side of the road waving down a taxi.
Yeah,
They
that's
do,
what I
have to be- they do gotta apply.
That's what I wanted to clear, because it's
yeah.
not like anybody hands up,
That was too easy,
apply.
right?
Now I see the connection. You gotta apply for it. You
That's
gotta.
correct.
Okay, so that means you have some
Okay.
kind of for a taxi. I'm part of these guys. Okay,
Program ID.
that makes
card,
sense.
yeah.
What's the
Okay.
process for the participant to apply?
For the rider,
Yeah.
so they would have to fill out the shared ride program participation form. It has their contact information, mailing address, physical address, name, and then they would have to sign it and then provide a copy of their photo ID, get that over to us, and then we'll process and mail them a program ID card, with a participant number.
No requirements of what their income or anything is. It's just apply.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Can they get the application online or how do they get the application? Where do they get it
Yes.
from?
So it's on our website, and then we can also mail it or email it to them if they want to request it that way.
I mean, that'd be great for a lot of the pensioners that we have who cannot drive and be able to utilize that. So that'd be great for them.
And what's the process for the taxi cab companies to get the subsidy money to get those reimbursements for the riders? What do they need to do?
They invoice it, so, you know, the monthly invoices come to us and, you know, we obviously Q&A it, but yeah.
Thank you.
What do you, is there any, excuse me, I'm sorry, was somebody speaking? Why haven't you seen more participation? It seems like a great program. If there's any roadblocks.
I think, you know, the tourism side on the Kona with the cruise ships maybe play a factor. I'm not a taxi driver. That's kind of from my observations. So, you know, maybe Brandon would know more, but yeah, I think that's what it is. I think, it all kind of depends on what the need is in the specific area, island wide. So I think that also kind of plays a factor. You know, you back this thing up, 10 plus years ago, there was a lot more taxi companies participating in the program than it is now. So, I mean, it does change. You know,
I think
there's
there's seasonal
fluctuation.
thing, because right now it's cruise ship time. Cruise ship starts from September all up until May. after May, you have only one ship.
Mm.
So that's when this thing is gonna kick in. Because you don't have many cruise ships, the taxis are gonna look for rides, they're going hunting this down. But between September and up to May, you got cruise ships and the benefits are better there than here. So that's an easy one. My other question is to this, just wondering, I can help, I'm a business thinking man. How does this verification work? How does it make it so that the taxi is not saying, hey, I did 20 rides? How does he verify that?
What do you mean? So the taxi is
So
saying
saying-
they did 20 rides?
Yeah, let's say I did in a hands in a statement and says, I did 20 rides and so this is how much you guys owe me. How do you verify that?
Yeah, so we do. We audit them every single month. So that, well, the monthly invoice.
How do you verify their statement that they sent in, I made 20 rides? How can you verify that they did 20 rides? I mean, they could have put 50 in there and they only did 10. How do you verify that?
Yeah, so we go off of when they're reporting, right? So how many people that they're reporting that as riders? Then we also do go and map out the ride to see it actually is accurate for what they are reporting as well. We do adjust invoices weekly on discrepancies if it's maybe they underestimated it versus overcompensated it. We do both. So we do double check it. We do audit it every single week. Every single monthly invoice that we do get from the three companies, we do check, we do audit it 100%.
I understand the auditing part. Let me give you on balance here. So you're saying you're auditing it, whatever the numbers is, what they're gonna be auditing. And let's compare this to, let's say, Uber or Lyft. Okay, the thing is GPS hit. It tells you how far you went, when you went, what was the day. It tells you who the person was. You cannot get away from lying to them. You see what I mean? That's the difference between their verification and they're saying that I picked up 5 people or what. That GPS tells us how far they went and who they picked up and from what point to what point they went to that very day.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about 1 month later and you're gonna try to audit somebody that did something the first of the month. That's gonna be on challenge. Especially if you have, now you have only 3, it's pretty good. What happens when you get 50? How are you going to be auditing that? You're gonna have an auditing department all by yourself, just to audit these people. I think you gotta get something a little bit more trimline so that you can verify when they picked them up, how far they went, who they picked up, and if the statement is correct. I think you gotta look into that.
Yeah, thank you, John.
But that's open for fraud, guaranteed.
I also wonder how long after it's monthly, how long after they submit the invoice do they get reimbursement? If that's needing the money sooner, if that's a delay or a deterrent for folks?
Standard rule of thumb, when we get an invoice in, we want to pay it by 30 days, within 30 days always.
Only a week, 30 days. That's why.
That's the maximum. You don't want to go over 30 days.
Okay, we're running a little long on the discussion. I think this is definitely something we want to add more discussion on down the road. Any closing comments before we move on?
So we're going to table this for right now.
I think it was a shared discussion about the program. I think it brought up more questions than maybe answers just for the commissioners. So we'll add it to the next agenda. All right, discussion closed. Moving on, Mass Transit Administrators report and follow-ups. Update regarding the improvement of the bus stops and shelters. Mass Transit Agency is currently working on the DW or DPW to get 5 bus shelters installed.
Thank you, Chair. So that's correct. So we're working with DPW as well as the state on improvements. This to start off with is 5 bus shelters around the island. This is going to start off in Papaico, which will be 2 shelters, a northbound and a southbound, as well as in Ainaloa, the same thing, a northbound and a southbound bus shelter, and also in Volcano. So that'll be the first 5 bus shelters. working with DPW and talking with them. So one of the 5 already has been constructed in the carpenter shop. And right now we're waiting on the state permits to go through. And once they're through, then we can start placing bus shelters on the roadways at these areas. An update on the microtransit program. Currently, we are in the process of procuring 6 vehicles at this time, as well as working with DHR and also completing the request to fills for the program manager for that program when we do bring it on this year. The microtransit program, you know, this is going to be 6 vehicles total. It's not gonna service the entire island. It's going to be 6 vehicles, but we're going to look to have it service different areas of the island. So like maybe say, for example, a Monday and a Wednesday, it's in Puna. You know, a Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday, it's in a different area versus Friday. That way we alternate different areas to service the community. So more to follow on that, but like I said, we're in the process of procuring 6 vehicles at this time. An update on the battery electric buses currently. So we've been running the battery electric buses over within Hilo, Route 101, as well as Route 40, going to Pahoa, up the Volcano back. And we just also started running these buses over Saddle, as well as the west side of the island. Overall, the buses have been doing very well. You know, we can run them over Saddle. We can have 100% charge on it, run it over Saddle, and still get to the destination with about 75 to 80% left on the battery capacity, which is awesome. The way that we're charging these currently right now is mobile charger, as well as there is a charger at Kona as well. And so we've been keeping them on the road, and anything with any type of battery electric vehicle, it's important that you keep it on the road and you keep exercising those batteries and not letting them go stagnant.
Yeah.
So, but overall, the battery electric bus has been doing very well. Bus routes and schedules. So we're always, looking at improving our schedules, reviewing ridership where ridership is low, whether that's combining routes or even rechanneling some routes to be more effective. For example, we did pull one early morning Route 2 off Saddle Road, and we rechanneled that to go up Hamakua Coast as an express route, because there's a lot more people at the bus terminal needing to go over to the resorts to go to work early morning. We even did this as an express route, which means it doesn't need to stop so many times before it gets to its destination, before it gets people to its work, right? It's an express route. It's quicker. And so it's more effective as well as cost effective. Purchase of the Kamagaki Park and Ride. This is in Kealakekua. So we were able to purchase that within the past just couple of weeks, which was great because this is a significant park and ride for our community in that area. As some of you might know too, it's very limited for the parking there for these folks. So we were able to work with our finance department within the county, and we were able to procure that. And so we do have that within the county now. The last update that I do have is the purchase of 7 refurbished MCI buses. These buses are out of California. They're going to start to arrive late June rather, and then trickle in over the rest of the year. These are big buses. These are going to be the commuter runners that you see on the roads, taking folks from Hilo to the SKR and back at the end of the day, which are highly needed right now. And so we're very happy to be bringing these on board. Like I said, it'll be 7 new buses, or not new, but refurbished buses. Refurbished is, it's great because they're not as expensive. They're already built, so we don't need to wait for 15 to 18 months for these buses to be built because they're already built. They're just being refurbished. So new engines, trans, electrical, lifts, all of that stuff. Yeah, gutted and then replaced, which is great. And it doesn't cost us, right, as much as money to purchase a brand new bus. So it's wonderful. So you folks will start to see these on the road, like I said, late June, and then trickling in over the rest of the year after that. So
Would it be the same Hele-On colors? What's going on?
it will be the same colors that you see, the red and white.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, well, because they refurnished, they're all warranty.
There will be warranty with these as well. Yeah. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Zachary. Any discussion or questions regarding his updates?
I just wanted to add, sir, that the color scheme for the new motor coaches coming in, sorry, this is Jennifer Martin, Mass Transit Fleet and Facility Manager. The color scheme will remain the same, red and white. However, we're moving from the flowers that we kind of have now to back to the red stripes. So, just for your information.
Is that, is there a reason for it or just updates and design?
It's just a kind of a revert back to what we had previously. Still keeping the color scheme though. Also, it is a little cheaper to do it that way than all the decals that currently are on the vehicles now.
To also add, you know, these vehicles, when you look at their paint schemes, you might think that they're painted. These are wraps. These are vinyl wraps. So when you need to replace things or replace a panel, it's much more than you think of just going and taping it and repainting it. It's not like that at all. It's a wrap. So we're trying to simplify and also plan ahead to be cost effective. So when these things do happen, because there's always going to be maintenance repairs on vehicles all the time, stuff's going to happen. It just streamlines it a little bit better.
This is Matthew Turlow, Chair. I was able to visit the mass transit facility and do a walkthrough through an invite for my last meeting, and I was super impressed with the facility. I think it's come a long way. The new electric buses brings us into about as equal to any other, I don't want to say metropolitan city, but for an island community, these are huge steps for us in the right direction. So I appreciate the work that he's doing. Appreciate the work, the path that they're on. I think this is huge for our community. So thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Before we close, any discussions or questions?
So, you know, since we're on this.
I think Rose has got something too.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I have.
Rose.
Sorry, I'm not sure if this is relevant to the Transportation Commission, but the repairs for the airport runway, who takes care of that?
The state.
So it has nothing to do with the transportation then, right?
No,
No, okay, just confirming because somebody told me it did, and I'm like, well, I can double check, but I don't think so. So that was it.
Hang on. So, you know, I get.
just introduce yourself. I don't think.
John McBride. I've had some people, constituents, told me that they're waiting for the bus. They don't know when the bus is showing up. This is the one, the Kilcar route. Some of them are on the come on. And so they don't know, they're waiting there. They don't know if the bus is down, if it's coming, or it's tardy, or whatever it may be. And this is just a suggestion because I've seen it someplace else. What would be the possibility of putting GPS center up there and having an app so that people who want to use the bus can put on an app and say where the bus is, if it's coming, it's not coming, if it's offline or whatever. Because it's done before and it's not a very expensive thing to put a GPS on a bus to see where it's going. And a county app, they go into the app and they can look and they can see where the bus is, if it's down, if it's not coming or what. I mean, just as a suggestion.
Yeah, thank you, John. That comes at perfect timing. That's what Jennifer Martin and I have been talking about the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So she's actually coordinating with the company GMV right now, Synchromatics,
Yeah.
for that right now. And so what we're looking at right now is GPS for 20 buses right now. It is a little bit more expensive than what we thought. I mean, it's in upwards of around $250,000 for 20 buses to get equipped with GPS. But I'm right there with you because, you know, that's what our community needs. They need to be able to pull it up on their phone or something convenient for them to go, hey, I noticed that the bus is 5 minutes late or whatever the case might be. Why, right? And it'll then say, oh, delayed due to maintenance, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever the case might be. but I'm completely there with you and we are working on that as we speak.
Just to add on it, I mean, like in Honolulu, great, because they always have their buses move around, but because we have so much rural areas,
Sorry.
that they've got to travel so far to
Departed.
get
She
to the
just
main area, only to go that far and find out the bus is not coming.
Yeah.
And now they gotta figure out how to get 4 miles back to their place. So that would give them a little bit heads up
Okay.
for the rural people. The town people, I mean, I'm not as,
long as.
you know what I mean, but
Yeah.
town people, but the rural people, it's really gonna help them.
Yeah, thank you, John. And we do have a system in place right now, which is Twitter or X, right? So our rider alerts and everything do get populated on X for anything, whether it's maintenance issues, whether it's maybe storm issues, whatever the case might be, cancellations, route modifications, whatever it is, it does get reported on X. But yeah, it would be better to have something on the phones where riders can then pull it up in real time and see where the bus is.
Especially if the bus gets, down, it has a mechanical problem.
Correct.
Nobody really knows, but on an app, it would say, bus is down, so they would know, okay, it's not coming. Rather than waiting 1 hour and trying to figure out what's going on.
That's right.
Okay. So I'm gonna
We're
take,
working on that in parallel. Thank you for that.
What do you think the timeline is for?
I was really hoping within the next couple of months, we would be able to have GMV come out. This is kind of in conjunction with Roberts Hawaii as well, because Roberts Hawaii also provides fixed route, right? So assistance with fixed route island wide. So we're looking at doing that kind of at the same time when GMV comes out to the island. So it's not 2 separate trips. It would be just 1 trip. That way they can equip Roberts Hawaii buses as well as county buses with the GMV synchromatics.
Any more discussions or questions? Just so, we had Rose leave, so unfortunately, and luckily, we don't have any more voting to do. But, I do ask in the future, as commissioners, we wanna, be mindful of this meeting and schedule at least a half an hour before and after our scheduled meetings, so we can take care of the Transportation Commission business without having to delay it. All right, so updates are closed. Moving on to future business. We can either add agenda items now, and there's a few that I'm sure that we're going to be adding as an update. Or we can just, I believe we have a week to add agenda items prior to our meetings, correct? If none, if we want to wait, we can do that in our next coming meeting. Next meeting suggestion date is going to be tentative June 22nd, 2026. So please, or somewhere between the 22nd and the 30th. Mrs. Genabusa will send out a meeting notice, but please give her plenty of time if we can't make it, so we can schedule. So all of us can be available.
Sure.
Other than,
I
yes,
said the 22nd.
yes, I believe your suggested
Or
meeting
between
times.
that day, if you folks wanna decide now, or then dates, you can email me.
Yeah,
The week of the 22nd. Or the week of it.
Yeah.
The 22nd.
between the 22nd and the 30th.
We figure date now.
I'm fine with it, yeah.
We're not home on Fridays.
Fridays is typically just a good day for me, if that works for everybody else, that,
Good for me. 26. That's good.
okay, June, we're settling on June 26th. Ms. Ahern, does that work for you?
That's terrific for me. Thank you.
Okay, great. And we will update Rose. Okay. That's all the business and new business that we have for this meeting right now. Unless there's any more discussion by the public, you can chime in at this time. If not, we're going to be adjourning. Nope. Thank you all. Appreciate your attendance, and meeting is closed. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Don't you like this kind of meeting?
Oh my God.
Just walking.